Okay, folks, I'm going to show the build I use for Leah. This is totally unscripted, by the way, so if I ramble a little bit, just bear with me. But this is going to be the Leah build. Somebody asked me, oh, can you show like an everyday and all-purpose build? And to be honest, it kind of is this build. I'll do brief explanations of some other mods, but this is like copy and paste. If you wanted an everyday build and a Leah build, you could do this one. This is not min-max damage. This is not like some big boss pumper. I could do more than what I did in Leah, but Leah asks different questions of the player than to just do damage. So without further ado, let us start with the weapon. Now, attribute, I use rapid shot. Assault is great. I like assault, but rapid shot simply because fire rate to apply burn quicker at least. The damage from assault is good, but I actually opted in for rapid shot on this run. Now for the mod, we're gonna use Blaze Blessing, the heal one, 5%. There's a lot of trash and a lot of mobs to kill in Leah, and you're gonna get tickled a lot, and it's annoying. So we use this one. And for attribute effects, and this is going to go for every mod that we play. For attribute effects, we're going to do element and status damage. If you can only get one, that's whatever. But that is like going forth, that is our damage. That's what I look for. There's a lot of quality of life things. The only thing you don't really want is weapon damage reduction, which is why I was really sad about this, because this could have been even better. And I have weapon damage reduction, which is only PvP related, I think. So we use Blaze Blessing here. Now, my recurve bow, I just put the vulnerability of Amplifier. Your second weapon, its purpose is to simply put on bullseye. You're not trying to like have any crazy weapon. It doesn't even need to be the bow. There's other weapons that apply bullseye. Use that and just use the Amplifier. For the melee weapon, I used the baton that was broken. I put it on a sword for the video. I don't think doing anything with your melee weapon matters. I could be wrong though, so honestly, if you figure it out for yourself, good. Otherwise, just do anime sword, I guess. For gear, we use shelters, obviously. Burn, shelter, elemental, you know, that goes hand in hand. We're going to use 4-piece. Some of these are interchangeable. BBQ Gloves is the key effect piece we're going to be using. So as long as it's not gloves, these are all interchangeable. This is you know, like it doesn't matter if it's this pants, heavy duty pants or chest and whatnot. We just use 4-piece shelters, 1 heavy duty for HP, BBQ Gloves for the key effect. Now for the mods, Deviation Expert, I find this to be better, but Elemental Havoc is very good, and basically the difference is how good do you have your rolls. It's only those two. You can't run the other one. I actually don't think they're... Yeah, you can't run this one. We're not reloading. Doesn't really... We're not trying to reload. For Mask, every stack of burn grants 3% psi. This is the only one you can run. It's the only Mask mod. So farm it, get it. Now, the attributes I have on this, I'll make a note of it, is that they only come from wars, I'm pretty sure. So I farmed Nightmare Wars to get ones with these like cool like burn damage and blaze damage. They don't actually come from the silo. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm confident that that is the case. The one I was using before is obviously just element damage with a lot of other neat quality of life stuff. I like my damage. These ones rolled really well, blaze and burn, but for the mod, keep it simple. It's just, that's the only mod. For the gloves, we're going to be using Elemental Overload, but I prefer Status Enhancement. I just haven't gotten a better Status Enhancement. This is the one I use. Haven't gotten a better one. Status Enhancement I think would do a bit more damage, but this Overload just rolled really well. So I'm using Overload. Status Enhancement would be my preferred, whichever one is better. Now the boots, this one was Leah specific. Now this feels great, and this felt really good in Leah. I've actually only recently tried it. So if I'm not running this, and to be honest, I think I will take it off now. I'm probably going to run this one because this is a really easy buff to maintain, and it's really good because it buffs your weapon and your status. So you're just double dipping these huge buffs. If you don't have a good rolled one, or you don't like that one, you can run slow and steady. But I don't like these 10% when above 90% HP because I don't even know, like, unless I sleep in my bed at my house, I'm above 90% HP. I don't live that, like, I don't know if that means, like, of your sanity bar. If you have 85% HP because of your sanity, and you have, like, I just don't know how that works. Right, like if you have sanity taking your HP, or is it like 90% of like your actual HP and not the I just don't get it, so I don't know. I'm probably running this for most cases, but that ammo one for Leah, I think is actually better. And I even ran a worse, like I ran one that's not that good, and it was just better. It gave me better results. For the chest piece, for damage, flame resonance, that's just how chest piece works. Every chest piece core effect is usually some form of tankiness or sustain. So if you actually want to be tankier, you can run this with this rejuvenating mod, rejuvenating precision, and with the blaze mod, with the HP on kill from Blaze Blessing, you could actually be pretty tanky as long as you're like above 60% HP. So if you have good attributes, you can run this mod. It is good. And you can run any of these ones, but I like number, so I went Flame Resonance. And then this one, the pants, I run Bullet Siphon because it's weapon damage that's easy to maintain. Weapon damage is great quality of life because when your burn isn't proccing on little guys, your weapon damage is doing all the heavy lifting. You know, you don't get 5 stacks of burn on a random little dude, like you just don't. So this just helps you kill mobs and clear the waves easier. This one, I don't even understand what it means. Like, I just like don't even get it. Obviously, it does work. Like, it will buff your element damage, but it's like you have to reload. It's like you're reloading. Reloading resets it, so you have to like force yourself to reload. And I don't know if I'm maintaining the max buff. I just haven't experimented with it. I don't get it. It just reads weird to me, so I just stay away from it. So that is why I just run this one. You can't run the other elemental one because it's a magazine empty. That is like a dual fury weapon. We don't run that. Weapon damage. This buff is easy to maintain, and it's a big buff, and it's noticeable. That is the build. Now for food buffs, I obviously ran some pretty good food buffs. They're in my fridge. A big reason why my burn was hitting hard was I had an insane Whimsical drink with Chefosaurus buff and Bellflower, and then I just ran this. The only other food buff I would run, I didn't feel like fishing, but you would run the, where is it? You would run the Barracuda any fish food, and you would get 5% psi intensity. So there's potential for even more damage there, but I just ran that one because I just wanted something. The Whimsical drink though is huge, big damage, and whatnot. All right, so that is the Leah build. That Leah build pretty much can do everything. I forgot to mention the Dino. Obviously, we're running Pyro Dino. Pyro Dino does something insane for Blaze and Burn. I have a level 5, so you're reading a level 5. You're reading a strong one. Increases Blaze damage received by 39%. So when he hits somebody and applies that debuff, you get such a huge damage spike. And when attacking targets afflicted by Burn, which obviously we're doing, cause an explosion one time. That explosion was hitting for 200k. So I farmed a level 5 one. He is insane, and he's a big reason why it works. I don't use Sheltering Gel because I use other ways to heal, and I keep the Pyro Dino on for the big damage. I think that is the way to play it. I think this guy is just too OP. I honestly, if they nerfed him, I don't know if anyone else does what he does, but this guy could get nerfed. He's just so strong. Like, he's honestly the MVP. Charmander is the MVP. So, and the last thing I forgot is, it doesn't really matter much, but accessories. Honestly, You can run whatever you want. The only thing I think is non-negotiable is probably this LMG drum. Now, ammo capacity is nice. And to be honest, if you're running that boot mod that reloads, it probably is better. But for most of the game, I've been running this because the reload speed is really nice. You do get to points where you need to reload, and the quicker you do it, the better. And you can actually, with enough reload speed bonus, you can actually obtain your burn. So very quickly. I just want to say that's why I run this. But actually, this should have been better for Leah. So it is what it is. Last thing I forgot, because I am just a mess today. Apparently, is your cradle buffs. This is actually, I didn't even change it for Leah, and it could be swapped for Leah. I just leave this and don't change it much. Obviously, LMG, self-explanatory. I don't really think we need this for your crossbow, so we don't run this. This does nothing for Leah, so this could be easily interchanged with anything. Agility, rapid aid, sprint, easily just change anything with this. This is probably the biggest damage increase in the game for PvE. Probably PvP, I guess, too. I guess if you pull... Actually, no, it's against Deviant, sorry. So it's just... This is the biggest increase in the game for damage. I'm, like, pretty sure. Because it's against Deviants, and all the meaningful content currently is against Deviants. There's, like, 2 Rosetta Silo bosses. So, this is really good. And this is, like, a staple. Obviously, this is good. I don't even proc this that much. I'm not utilizing it that well, so if you really wanted to get rid of it, you could, because it's for switching weapons. I'm not even switching my weapons just to proc it, so I'm slacking. It is good, though. Obvious status damage, hit the weak spot, burn, 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 kill them faster. This one, obviously good. You kill the little guys. You kill the little guys as you're fighting the boss, and your burn does more. And then this actually, it's explained. Other content creators explained it. It does work for bullseye. When you apply bullseye and you shoot, I don't know if it's for the gun though, to be fair. So there might be some more I'm missing about it. But from what I took is when you shoot your bow for bullseye and you swap to your main gun, you should do more damage to the weak spot. And it's not nothing. It's not 0. So why not try it? I think it works how I think it should work, but who knows? I don't know. It's YOLO, man. I'm learning too. And then this one is obviously good. Increases your blaze damage per unit, and it goes really hand in hand with this one. I actually want to explain it. Actually, I'll explain why this one is so weird. And these buffs for burn are why you see so random amounts of like damage being ticked, and how it like goes up and down. Is that Boom Boom is your best way to apply this. I don't know if you could throw a molly or something to apply it to multiple mobs, maybe, to guarantee it. But Boom Boom does what Hardy Gloves does, but applies burn. So if the explosion from Boom Boom doesn't kill instantly, it actually will apply burn to things around it. And it is probably the best chance you can to keep this buff up. There's going to be times you might not, but there will be times you will, and you will see that damage. It is inconsistent though, but I assume that even when you're only attacking one mob, you're going to get at least 15%. So it's just going to be good to have anyways. But yeah, so there's a couple interchangeable ones. But I just run this. This was my default, and it was actually a blunder for the sake of Leah. So